The following trailer is rated H for honest. In a genre famous for making you punch rocks until you can build a house, get ready for a survival experience that turns that classic gameplay on its head by making you punch rocks underwater. Subnautica. Crash land on the ocean planet creatively named 4546b and prepare your lungs to explore the high seas, interact with and get eaten by the local wildlife, and collect enough materials to stay alive before the inherent tedium of playing a survival game sends your character to a watery grave forever. It's every video game character's greatest weakness, deleting the .exe file. Paddle about in Subnautica's shallows as you uncover the essential gameplay loop that will have you instantly stripping this alien world of its natural resources and calmly murdering and eating tons of unstudied space fish as you juggle constantly falling meters with actually having fun in the video game until you discover enough helpfully scattered blueprints for stuff that works underwater to build your own personal Atlantis worth of gear, vehicles, and undersea labs, and explore even further into the alien sea in an accurate simulator of being 1,000 times more competent than you actually would be in the situation. I give real me 20 minutes before something chews off my torso. Plumb the depths of Subnautica's oceans as your improvised submersibles let you dive even further into the planet's waters, uncovering new biomes and bigger, more menacing fish, and make you realize the hidden element lying deep beneath the waves of Subnautica, that being hundreds of meters down in an alien ocean is inherently terrifying, as the blackness of the depths and the sphincter-clenching screams of the sea serpents that want to eat you come together to create an experience more genuinely frightening than 100 indie horror jump scares combined. Yep, definitely gonna need a new scuba suit. Uncover the hidden undercurrent of Subnautica's storyline as you finally rise above the grind of maintaining your various health bars and explore the mysteries of the planet that will take you from crashed ships and Bioshock audio logs to hidden undersea labs, giant alien cannons, and the remains of an ancient precursor race in a narrative that is clearly trying way harder than the majority of the genre. You might even call it deep, huh? You know, like the ocean. Come on, that was a good one! So step into the bathysphere and get ready to literally immerse yourself in one of the only survival games that doesn't feel like being stuck in a thankless internship. And you can play it in VR, just in case getting your face eaten by a sea monster wasn't traumatizing enough in 2D. Starring piranhas, pissfish, baby boomers. Bonzo is ready! Do I have something in my teeth? Aye, guys. Big boy season. Just wants a hug. And many, many more. Subnautica, eat fish. Hey, did you know you can turn all the survival meters off, and probably should? Because let's be honest, if you don't enjoy exploring the ocean anyway, having to scarf down a bunch of fish every 15 minutes isn't going to suddenly make it fun. Comment below on what you want me to read in my epic voice. EA, monetize everything. All watermelons are satanic. Who robbed my family's wealth and status? Dio. I would go beyond plus ultra, but you stole my milkshakes. You picked the wrong house, fool.
Watermelons are satanic. Indeed. Just thought I'd start with a little bit of fun there. That is the goodness, what do they even call that series? The dude that does the voices. The honest trailers, I guess, right? For the game of Subnautica, which we are playing through currently, day 11 in this journey. At least day 11, streaming it. There's only been maybe a couple hours I have not streamed of this particular playthrough that I am doing. And it is mostly just because I want to get outside and farm something that it's just too tedious to stream. Do something outside of it, and usually I always catch everybody up. So there's not much that is ever missed in this playthrough. Which of course I'm also uploading to YouTube, so sorry to everyone watching us on YouTube, kind of in retrospect. All of the Twitch chatter that you are missing along the way, I am live streaming this as I go. hanging out with people as we do it, and that's kind of the game plan. And then uploading it when we're done. So thank you very much for tuning in, those of you who see this in retrospect. Appreciate you guys. As we get this thing going tonight, the incredible McNutty joins us. Start. Welcome to you. I appreciate you jumping in just for now. Happy Friday. It is, of course, Friday night when I am doing this episode, July the 6th, 2018. One that's 1 hour, one that's 1 day, and I actually really need to look here at the icons that tells me where I am. And then a creative that we're messing around with, really. One of my kiddos' games. So I believe I'm as far as I need to be to basically make a foray tonight into ye nasty old place. I've done a couple of those where I've run into some terrible spots. Running into Leviathans left, right, and center. We're gonna go back to the Grand Reef tonight. Dive deep, go into the Grand Reef cave, make a head north from there, which is really difficult to do because it's kind of cramped quarters. That'll take us to the doorway of or at least to like one of the larger doorways to the Lost River tonight. We're gonna go in there and do some mining. I need to get some nickel. This game is doing this right. It seems like it's frozen, but it's still playing the music. Sometimes this takes forever. We'll wait for it to do its thing. There we go. We will be looking for crystalline sulfur. We will be looking for what is it, nickel? Try to get some things. I really need to build some depth modules. There's a couple 3 upgrades that I still need to make to the Cyclops and to the Prawn Suit in order to really dive deep. And then after that, I think we'll be crafting those items, getting those things ready, and then I think maybe in day 12 stream we'll be ready to start hitting the real deep stuff where it gets real. The Inactive Lava Zone, they call it. As soon as I get my mouse back, I will show you some maps.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
That I have been working on. Now that we are getting into areas where there is diving really deep is relevant. I've got a couple 3 maps to help us out, to help us make sense of all of it. So we'll take a look at those as we get going here. There we go, great. Everything is looking good.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Okay, give me some water as we go. Grab some salt. Collecting the salt now. I ended up using a bunch of it to make a bunch of cured stuff. Probably stuff that I need to take with me on journeys, and probably will, but we will get to that. Real quick before we go on, let me show you some of the maps I've been working on. The one that I've improved this, but this is one that we've dealt with a lot, is the biomes map. This is basically just a layout of the area. Really, this is a volcanic crater. So anywhere outside of this area, the blue, I guess in the background, deep blue, is the ecological dead zone. You go out there, you die. There are ghost leviathans that swarm you out there. So that's kind of like the outside, out of bounds in a way, and it's a game mechanic to keep you in this area here. You got the safe shallows directly in the middle, kelp forest around it, and grassy plateaus. Kind of those 3 biomes in close proximity to the center where we started the game. Mushroom forest outside of that, those are the blue zones, to the left and to the right, in the northwest and northeast respectively. Bulb zone, which we've looked at in the northeast there, in the mountains as well. All of the action now is going to be happening now on the left side of the map, to the west. As we dig deep, there's a cave system underneath that whole section of the map that we'll look at, namely the Lost River. So if I take that same map and overlay the Lost River, this is actually underneath. So what we're going to be doing let me switch to the biomes map. Really where my base is located is in the western mushroom forest, kind of on the edge of the kelp forest there. So where the green and the blue meet is really where we are. So we need to go down directly south. Once I do that, I will get to that blue area in the bottom left there. The blue area is where we begin tonight. And that's the cave system deep underneath the Grand Reef, and then go to the north. There's an opening there that'll lead me to the Lost River. What I'm going to try to do is scout all of the left side of that, so to both of those purple areas up in the north and out to the west, and also out to, there's like a tree area which we'll see tonight out to the west as well. And I will try to see if I can get I think it's I don't know if it's not the containment facility, but there's an experimental place kind of right in the middle of the map where they've been dissecting things, those precursors. We will look at that tonight. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but another thing I wanted to do, I came up with this is not something I came up with, I poached it online, but I've tweaked these so that they overlay nicely. So we have here a kind of like a three-dimensional, well, it's a depth map, but it shows some of the relief. So if you look, there's kind of like, there's a purple right in the middle. The ones where you have orange and green, those are actually islands in the map. So northeast, southwest, you have some of the maps. Around the southwest island down there, you have some blues, some smidges where it's a little bluer than the kind of purpley blue of the rest of the map. That's the trench that we've been in a time or two before, the cave system down there. But that you'll see if you follow the smudge that kind of leads upward to the north. When you get to where you're purple, you're really diving deep, and we are trying to get together the items that we need to equip our submarines to be able to dive now to the deeps. So that's the Inactive Lava Zone, that big purple thing right in the middle there, and then even deeper than that, and that's kind of going to the southeast, even deeper than that. It's kind of subtle on there. Is the Lava Zone, and the Lava Zone is the area where it's basically the ultimate area of the map. It's where we're trying to head to in the end. That will help us solve some of the problems that help us get off this planet. So I know there's a lot there, but that's just kind of to give everybody the context of what we're working on here at this point in this journey. I think I'm good to go, really. I have not much that I've done here in improving the map. I suppose I can eat a Chinese potato or two on the way out of the door. Maybe one of these. But really, I need to grab some of the cured stuff. We need to take it to the sub. I do need it to get a little bit more titanium. On the Cyclops, which is the big submarine, I have stockpiled a bunch of stuff. I don't think I need glass for it. I think we're good. Another thing is, one of the things that I am wanting to accomplish is building a base down there, just a mobile scanning room, sort of a search kind of facility. It's going to be tough enough to get down there as it is, but I have stockpiled some resources here that I will use to do that. So really what I need to do is move these to the Prawn Suit, because the Prawn Suit is what I'm going to be using to do the dive. So I'm going to gather these up real quick. I don't really need the poop for that. I do need that, though. The poop is good, biologically solid and rich material that we can use to power a bioreactor, which is how I'm going to power the facility once we get it built. So let me get all this to the Prawn Suit. We'll load the Prawn Suit. We'll load the Prawn Suit into the Cyclops, and then from there, we will go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hello, Liberoha. Welcome to you. Appreciate you joining me in chat. RJR75, I see you've come in. Commander Root as well. Welcome to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great tail end of the week. I guess for Liberoha, it's probably already the weekend. Already Saturday.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
In the future. Let me open storage. Apparently I got a bunch of stuff in storage. I'm ready ready for this trip. Apparently. All right, so let's move some of the stuff into here. I want to really actually get down there and unit storage. Getting down there and building a base is going to be my primary priority. That's what I'm there to do. And then after that, we will do some scanning. We'll do some mining. We will do some learning of all of the secrets that are down there, because now we're getting ready to unlock some lore. Saturday here as well, Arjar says. Yes, yes. I like mine better. Mine is Friday night. Saturday means you're one step closer to the start of next week, right? To Monday. Not that I'm trying to pop anyone's bubble. I went ahead and converted my propulsion gun to a repulsion gun. This just basically sends everything that gets close to you back. It's just like step off. It's gonna be a nice little I've got like a little magnetite here, I suppose. This one. We'll do that. That's probably everything I need to build a decent base down there. So the repulsion cannon, it's just basically like a concussive. It just sends everything going. And then stasis rifle, which is going to be my friend. I'm trying to disable some of these nasty things that we're going to no doubt run across. Hey, Suzuka, good to have you here too. How's everything going? All right, I suppose I can put these in here. I wanted to grab a couple extra 3-4 titanium, because you never know. Sometimes stuff is a little glitchy, and I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. All right, we'll eat on the way down there. So. Wonder if maybe I should. I think we can repel. Trying not to land on my base. The prawn suit, by the way, I have renamed the prawn suit the Pendracos. Well, he'll find out about it later, though, I'm sure. Like, I had C-3PO for a while, but now I'm naming it Dracos. But that's gonna drive Libroha crazy, which is half the fun. Alright, here we go. Let's hope we can make this happen. No. I've just got to get in there. Just got to get in here. Perfect. That's pretty close. All right. And then cut up one or two of these. I've got new bulbo trees that have grown, which means we're in good shape. Those will keep me fed on the way here. Nickel and crystalline sulphur are what we're searching, and also to establish a base. Another thing I could do right before we leave is show you my objectives for the night. Explore the Lost River again. Like I said, nickel, crystalline sulphur. All because I want to have the materials to upgrade the prawn suit. We need to make a depth module Mark 1 jump jets, which is going to be fantastic getting those together. And then, of course, upgrading the Cyclops with fire suppression system and a depth module Mark 2. It's not fun, it's infuriating, Libroha says. Infuriating for you. Fun for me. Alright. This is where I save, because this is where I have the least... Leaving my base is problematic. We're gonna go real conservative.
Engine powering up.
I always run into Leviathans. And I am expecting... Actually, you know what? Let's power down.
Engine powering down.
I'm expecting... Look at this. We've got like 3 things around here that would love to attack my sub. Tisk. All right, let me... before I go, another thing I want to do is grab some power cells if I have any. I think I might. Batteries, power cells, I want those on me. Never know when you're going to need some extra power boosts. Got all the tools I need. one power cell. I don't think I've been charging any others. You convert one of these into a power cell. I can do that here. Really? I can't do that here? I thought I had enough batteries to make a power cell. That should be right here. Silicon rubber. Oh, okay, yes. Apparently it's more complex than I remember. So I have that around here somewhere. Here. The Cyclops runs on power cells, so the reason I want to have a few more in stock is because sometimes when you're in an emergency situation, you're trying to burn out of there, you're burning power galore. I want to have some on hand to back up what I've got going on. Trust me, I have been burned. Trying to learn from my mistakes here. I already have some power cells in here. I got batteries for sure. Batteries and power cells. Tell you what, let's make one. Pull our power cells into one closet. There we go. And where I can, all the batteries into the other, so I know where everything is. We will grab some food stuff on the way out. I already have some on the prawn suit, so we're good there. I think we're gonna be okay for now. Boy, and I choose to leave when it's dark. So like me.
Engine powering up.
Let's see. Toggle floodlights, right? Floodlights on the outside. Floodlights for now, it's gonna be okay. Head toward the surface. Which is ideal, right? It's supposed to be what's safest from the nastiest stuff in this game. That's really where we're going. The Grand Reef entrance. So I'm going to be careful here not to essentially ground myself, but we're going to swing to the south as much as possible, to the east, to the south. And hug the ground where we can. And hope to goodness that I don't run into Leviathans. They like to eat me. So when you head in a southerly direction, you come into the this biome is the grassy plateaus. I'm trying to swing wide of a one I know is over there. We're right above the jelly shroom cave here. So I'm getting blinded by the lights. I'm going to turn them off. There's a lot of playing dead that goes on. But that's where we need to go. Switch to camera view. Camera view allows me basically to see from the outside. And I have a few of them that I can use here. This is going to be my #1 way to detect anything that's going on. I like this one the most. This allows me to judge depth. Let's see. Sakari, have you heard the sad news out of Otinicast Studios? I know that there was an announcement, but I'm not sure. I wasn't able to see the live recording. I know you were there. I stopped in for 5 minutes, Glebe. Why don't you fill me in? I I have a suspicion. So what it might be, but I don't want to guess wrong. Send some. It's good. Shallow is great. I just want to be a little careful over here. Go into the Grand Reef. So I made some markers of entrances to the Lost River. So we have the west entrance and the Carapace entrance, both of which are in the Blood Kelp Trench, BKT. I have those marked that way. The one that we're going for is down that direction. Yeah, listen to you. I think it's amazing. Just don't want to ground here, but yeah, going through shallow water is fantastic. There are less leviathans in that area. Oh, so Tio's done, huh? Left Swotor and Utinicas. You know what? In all honesty, Libroha, I am not surprised. Tio has not been able to play the game in a long, long time and has been kind of overtaken with life and has been raising kids, and he's got his hands full and work and school and stuff, and I think that is a good decision for him. So I wish him farewell, and hope that he... So I guess everything's in Chill's hands now, huh? It's going to be an interesting... Alright, so now we need to dive deep. I am actually sorry to hear that, because Utinicas is, at this point, the longest surviving Swotor podcast. But I do wish him well. Actually, it's a good move, but I do wish him well. Dive, baby, dive. We are going where? There. We're a lot more. Not in the area I'd like to have been. And I do want to swing as much as I can over to this direction here. Because I want to approach it from the east. And also be wary because there are Ghost Leviathans out in this area. From the east and from the south. I'm getting pretty good at piloting this thing until I run into a Leviathan. Then I freeze. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Right, we've got a good approach angle here. I want to get to where I'm hugging the ground as much as possible. Look at this noisy fish. The last surviving podcast from pre-launch, indeed. Yes, I agree. That's the way of things, though, right? It's the circle of life. The new come in, the old cycle out. And Chill is still running the thing. Our first warper, yeah. Here we go. We're getting to where we're in good spot. Grand Reef. I may be able to find a better spot here. There's an eye. Those things are comical. Alright, I'm getting pretty close to where Warpers cannot pull you out of the submarine. What are we doing on this side? Go up a bit. Orient a little better, right? This is right at the back of the submarine, so I can actually see what's going on behind me. That's the tail cam. Let's see here. Right. That's basically the back side of the submarine. Yeah, this is the bottom. I think I'm okay right here. Looking toward the back, looking toward the front. I think I can dive. And of course the top, I think we're clear. Let's cycle back to this guy. Dive some more. Need to get as much depth as I can find right now without hitting rocks. And we got a good approach here, so that's great. Trying to find the cave beneath the Grand Reef. I'm going to switch to slow because we're going to start finding some things that can attack. No. See, Arasea can do no Leviathan tricks to me. She's played this game too, and I've heard her yelp in surprise. So I think the two of us understand that this is a terrible place to be. It is positively frightening, and we need to be nice to each other about this. Let me see what my direction is. I'm currently facing south, and that is not necessarily how I want to do this, because that means I need a pivot in the midst of all of this stuff. That's no good. I'd rather descend facing northward. I don't know. Cut our way through here, but we are getting to where the roof is going to be coming in on us here pretty soon. Outside. Starting to see more and more warpers. Okay, on there. Warpers fight an interesting way. They not only warp you out of whatever vehicle you're in, and that it just doesn't include the Cyclops, but the Prawn Suit and the Sea Moth, they warp you out of. And they also warp in a random beastie around you. So like they have of course a primary attack that they can use as well. What way are we oriented toward the west? And we got something around me. I don't know if that's a warper. So okay, so we are probably, yeah, I'm hearing it. Okay, so whenever you see something yellow, that's telling me that there's something yellow. It's to my port side and it's deeper. There is a light blue bubble around the submarine, and that is my noise bubble. A lot of times creatures are attracted to the noise, and so if I can keep the noise down, I'm able to elude their presence. Another thing I can do is turn lights off. Some of them are attracted to bioluminescent presences, and of course, lights kind of qualify. So I'm going to be careful here. I'm going to make sure that this bubble stays governed, but I also want to make sure I know where and what is around me. There it is down there. Anything that shows up yellow is something that can hurt you if it wants to. But I think he's far enough. They do kind of roam a little bit, though. I think I want to go in that direction, really. Sure. Yeah, I want to head toward the north. I want to go deep, and I want to head toward the... kind of want to go through there, and I'm not... If this will let me. I'm going to save right here. Just in case I get stuck, I'm able to recall it. I am a giant chicken. That is exactly right. I don't even deny it. I don't even hide it. I know what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is dangerous. Revan, good to see you, my friend. How's everything going? Well, apparently all of us is very thirsty work. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna snack a little bit, get my water level up. Snack on some bark. You know how it is when you're an addict. I want to get as close as I can to the... Over this, between there, is that possible? Carapace. I have a large array now of tools that I can use, stuff that I've crafted. I have at my disposal. Get over this. But under that. Look how beautiful this cave is. It's just fantastic. I'm getting... Can I dive? Can we dive? Can we dive deep and still stay pointed in that? That's basically the direction we need to go, right there. Okay, maybe something. Was it the warper? See, here's the Degassi base, so we're in a good spot. Right here by the Degassi base. In fact, that is probably going to be a crab squid on its way this direction. Crab squids are those right there, but I think it's I think we're okay. We're not trouble on that one just yet. We are going to be moving right through its territory. As long as I keep the noise down, as long as I keep the lights down, I think for the most part we can do this without being accosted and attacked. Warning from this. Warper coming in. Kid Lee is hosting. Thank you, my friend. Kid Lee, good. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Happy Friday to you. Good times tonight. I was late on catching the SWOTOR, the video that they did, or the live stream that Eric and Charles did. But yeah, no kidding. I agree with Revan. I thought to myself getting on tonight, oh, I really want to make this, but I really probably should focus on SWOTOR right now. So I was torn. It's just a heads up. But yes, there's too much stuff I need to accomplish right now. And even though there's a lot of SWOTOR news, there isn't a... it's not necessarily... This guy's hanging off right off my starboard side. I just want to dive deep at this point. And keep him off my trail. I can drift. Whew. See, I mean, so they attack and they run. So I'm actually going to use this opportunity to run. I don't think he hurt me. And I need to, as long as I'm going to the north, I think we're in good shape. I want to go to the north, and I want to go deep into the ocean. I want to avoid. So I'm going to actually jump out and grab some of this. This is nuclear power materials. I don't have anything else around me yet. Nuclear materials are good to have, so I'm gonna go grab those if I can. I'm actually gonna go swim it. Go pick him up. And hope a warper doesn't find me. We are 533 meters below the surface at this point, which is... And it gets so much deeper. Look at that. But I think that's essentially where we're going. We need to dive until the water turns green. Look how great. Look how just fantastic this is. I've gotten to where I know this biome. And I know what to be afraid of and how to handle it. So that's good. That's what you need to know in this game. How to figure it out.
All systems online.
Alright, so Darth Revan, you're gonna send me something on Twitter. Heads up. Alright, understood. We'll keep an eye out for it. Grab me some nuke fuel. Put this in a storage locker. I'm not as hardcore as some of the... There's a couple people I've seen that have decked out their Cyclops for some deep sea hauling. That's like a truck. Mine is well, see, I missed this one here. I need to get that. I didn't know that there was one right above the sub. Grab it real quick. We're doing okay on the power. I did not get hit by any Leviathans on the way in here. It doesn't mean I can't get hit by something at this very moment in time. But so far, so good. Wow, are these respawning right now? Uranite. Look how cool that is on the inside. Really cool. I really enjoy this. This submarine is fantastic. Keeping it dark. I understand it's dark, but I'm keeping it that way because I want to avoid as much drama as I can down here in the deep. Getting out's going to be interesting, but it's not like we haven't been in tight spots before. Okay, where are we? How are we doing here? How are we doing? May already be in a tight spot, I don't know. How are we doing on top? Okay. See, water's starting to go green, that's great. We're starting to get to the Lost River. Shame that there's warpers showing up down there because they are problematic. Warning's coming in somewhere. I can hear the warning. Where is the warning? I think we're okay. Keep on going down. If I can get into here, maybe in good shape. Let's see if I can. We may be as deep as I'm able to go into this water in this sub. I don't know. There's probably better ways to do it. But at least at this spot. At least at this door. And we are right at the entrance. This is a really good spot. Right here. The Degassi base is up there, and I know it's at the northern end of the cave. We are... when you start seeing those things right there, then you know you're in good shape. So I'll probably wait for this warper to warp out and start moving. Where are you, buddy? I know you're down here. Okay. A Leviathan on my shoulder. So that's that's one of the things Penn likes to do. He likes to right as I am about to, I'm fighting some Leviathan, that's when he gives me bits. That Pendrakos. Making trouble. Look at that. Okay. No, there's gonna be a warper here in a moment. But I'm not gonna let... Oh, there it is too. Man, come on. Give me a break. Gave him a little stun shot there, little something to make him think twice about doing that again. Okay, so let me try to do what I was trying to do here, and that is pick up one of these. Do I have medical aid, first aid kits? I don't have first aid kits. And he's right on top of me again. Troublesome warper. And this guy. I have a way to give you some what for. You want to go, let's do it. This green stuff is called brine. And the prawn suit is designed to be able to step into the brine and other harmful stuff. We're already 723 of 900 here, so we're pretty deep. But it's designed to be able to go into there and to not be able to, for me not to get hurt. What is that up here? Is there anything I can grab? Alright, so let me... I don't want to swim in it because that's harmful for my health. But I do want to access the upgrades, and I want to pull the drill arm right now. We'll put it back on here in a minute. But at least I have the ability to give something a punch if I need to. But really, the reason I'm switching to this arm more is because I want to be able to pick individual pieces up. But I don't want to get too involved in this right now. Really, we're kind of at the entrance. There's a lot of rib cages and things down here. We'll actually find ourselves playing with that quite a bit. I need to make my way in a northerly direction here. I don't think I'm in a really good spot for this. Walk in the brine. I want to make sure I know what's going on above me. But as long as we're making our way northwards, we're in good shape. Okay, so let me take a quick look at the map and see where we are. The Lost River map right here. Where we entered is down there in the bottom right. That's the Grand Reef entrance, the cave that I was basically going around in the icon in the middle of that map was, it's kind of to the north of the area, is the Degassi base. By the way, Darth Revan, yes, I'm going to try to mess around with Anthem a bit when it comes out. We're just now into the green area, so I can make a left from here, or I can proceed to the north. I'm going to proceed to the north. My primary objective at this point is to create a base, and I want to do that in a more central region. So I'm going to create a base down here. I have my cargo hold full of stuff. I can't really build anything or gather anything until I get rid of that stuff. So let's get a base built. And the base will help me to scan for things that I need down here. So we'll do that. We'll come back to the entrance. We'll scan. There's a lot of stuff to scan down here. There's a lot of stuff to scan down here. And a lot of stuff to drill
Terrain
to.
scans indicate this biome contains unusually high concentrations of organic and fossilized remains.
Look it up. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay. See, yeah, I want to pick all these things up. I wouldn't even be able to. Nickel. That is what we are here for. All right. It may be. Oh goodness! Look at this. See that right up there? That's a. Let me find a spot. Here we've got a waterfall, a brine waterfall. Ooh, this may be a great spot for it right here. Overlooking this, right? This may be a perfect spot. We just have to make sure that we don't get into a fight with this guy, but I think I can hide below the brine. I got a lot of ways to avoid him. And we're going to be doing some scanning down here for sure. But in the meanwhile, I think this is great. And I also want a spot that'll give me kind of central access to be able to scan this entire area around me. I just want to make sure that I don't get seen by that thing. I'm just trying to stay where I can kind of keep an eye on him while we're working. All right, so first thing I'm going to do. I wonder maybe if I should dive a little deeper. I don't know. All right, so first thing we want to do is grab this guy here. Craft one of these wherever possible. Multi-purpose room. It will be the container. And this is great. I think I can put a hatch right here.
Warning, emergency power only.
Yep.
Oxygen production offline.
This I am aware of because we need a bioreactor. So let me create one. Don't have, okay, so I need to create, in order to create one, I need to go grab the wiring kit and the lubricant, which I also brought with me as well. That's this. You mind if I be a mechanic for a little while without you accosting me? That'd be great. Oh my goodness. Apparently I was sighted. And we were attacked. I have a repair to do. We'll hide for now. My next question is, did I bring any biomatter? I think I may be able to build the rest of this thing and then we'll talk about it, so we mark the place first. I'm just like peeking over the top. What do we need to call this? Lost River Base?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Your new wife should be a special guest on stream sometime. You know what? That is actually a great idea. You're talking about the council, Darth Revan? The show we do on Monday nights? I may have to go gather some biomatter, but I think that should be fairly easy. Let me figure out where I want to build this. So I want to build a scanner room next. I think I can build a scanner room going maybe that direction. Going the same direction. I want nothing but bare bones on this base. So let me, well, you know what? It's gonna be tough to do. Out. It's here. I need to find out what the scanner room will do, well, what it takes to make. And whether I have those materials on me, that's another question. I'll have to get them from the, So, okay, table coral, 5 titanium, copper, 2 gold. Copper, right? 5 titanium, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copper. What else was it? Table coral. Right here. Where are we? Where are you? Nasty. I know you're here somewhere. Now the trouble part is finding a way to attach this, and it doesn't want to go there because of the terrain. But I suspect I may need to put this here. And if this won't work, it's going to be an interesting problem. Well, I brought some extra. Here we go. Until I hear the ghost scream, we're gonna cast this thing until we're done. Right. Okay. Another good thing, having this, and of course I can't use any of this stuff right now, but like I'll have the cameras that I can run around with as well, which makes me happy. This bothers me that I didn't bring too much. How about I go this way? Oh. What are you biting me? What are you doing down there? Now we repair things, because my prawn suit keeps getting bitten. What else did I want to make? Right, I had enough to make to do the upgrades. We can't do the upgrades. Really, fuel is what we need right now. So let me. May have to give it a cured peeper just to make it work. Need a cured peeper. Okay. And I really need to come back here with health kits. But not bad, eh? We've got a base going here. This base will help me to gather things that I need, so we are in good shape there. I just need the biofuel.
30 seconds.
And I may be able to grab fish like that.
New creature discovered.
Spine fish. Let's find some spine fish in this area. Spine fish, little bony guys. Come on. Where are we? Where's my base? It's down below it. They probably don't give much energy. They probably don't have much biomass to them at all. But if they do anything at all, for now, it will help to get this thing turned on, which is all I really need for now.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Let's go out and grab a few more. Part of my design for this base is it's just here purely for the function. And that is namely the function of being able to really scan this biome and really give me locations for things I need. We probably need to get more of those fish wherever I can find them. This is a gel sack that'd be good to grab too. Those will give me fuel as well. I have a whole farm of those. They're like really deep places. Some good little local fish here. Just need that thing fueled. And I need to do it without getting too close to that ghost. It's attacking something. Is it attacking me? Oof, ouch. Come on, ghosts. Yeah, once you've run into a few of them, they're not as frightening as they were previously, that's for sure. But I think I've got enough now to run this for a little bit. I need to create what I'm going to create down here. Well, I don't know if I have what I need. I don't know that I want to gather it. So let me go pick up some of the rest of my materials. Now that we've got some power going here. Don't need that. That's what we're gathering. Let's get some of these magnetite. That's perfect. I'm kicking myself a little bit that I didn't bring health kits, but I may be able to create a reactor. I don't know, like a health kit producer. So it's not my top priority right now. Okay, so we can make drone. Well, could make drone scanner room HUD chip. I already have implanted. So really, we're talking about range upgrades. I want to make as many of those as we can, and of course, speed upgrades, which are optional. But let's make a couple of these. And a couple of these. So these should basically just match the scanner room that I already have at the base up in the top. And that is the ability to, basically it works essentially the same way. It has the same range, has the same strength. So we're going to see this whole thing start to grow here. It's going to get bigger as the scanning room begins to map this biome in a lot better. Here essentially is where we are. We came from over there, this direction. What is down here? I don't know yet, but it's going to grow. We're going to know pretty well here in a minute. Okay, so now the secondary mission that I'm down here to achieve. I bought some extra stuff. What stuff? A secondary mission is to get the resources. So that's where the drill arm comes into use. That's where the other arm comes into use. And then, of course, we will get out of here. I think I've got enough stuff that I want to keep on it. Let me see here, because we're going to be picking up with the machine. It's to be on me instead of in here. Okay. There we go. We now have a base. We have it marked, so I'm able to find it again, which is half the good, right? I haven't really figured out how to pick stuff up properly. You just hold it. Instead of clicking, you hold it. There we go. Yeah. So here's a challenge: is getting this nickel ore out of here. I need to get out of the brine. About stay under the brine. There. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can see you. Okay. Oh, the sounds. At least there's no creepy music. I can deal with no creepy music. Hiding spot. Access to upgrade panel. In the upgrade panel, we will install the drill arm.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And go back in. For this, the nickel ore. I haven't seen the thing on Twitter yet, Revan. Give me a minute, I'll take a look. So at least now I have a little bit of a base of operations. I can really build it up if I want to. He's trying to attack, but I don't think he can get in the brine. One thing I like about the prawn suit is because you're essentially running along the bottom of the entire area. You can do a lot of line of sighting. Yeah, get out of here. You're biting my suit. Another thing about the prawn suit is also it takes a little bit of damage compared to the other stuff. Okay, let's head to the south again. My main point of being here was to get the base set up. I want to pick up some of this stuff. You coming back? Okay, you're just over there making. What is this? This is titanium. I don't care about titanium. I do want this though. I'm trying to get out of here with as much crystalline ore as I can. And then we'll come down here once we have some upgrades. We're going to come back down here and I need to do another good scout of this area. Okay. I already looked at you. Come back inside. Down here to drill, we're down here to pick up this crystalline ore. Everywhere I see it. This is kind of where the whole thing starts. So there's a good chance I'm not going to find much over here. It's going to be a lot of it's going to be further in. But the reason I have a scanner room is so that I can locate the stuff. So instead of running around blind, kind of like I'm doing now, when I come back here, I'll be able to drill for as much stuff as I need to find. Let's find the spot over here. Another thing I want to do is go create the jump jets. They're going to make this thing a lot easier to pilot. It's like a jet upgrade that makes it a lot more versatile. It can move. Every which way a lot more comfortably. I'm looking at Twitter now. Darth Revan just heads up. Okay, let's see here. The title? Next stream. Okay, so you're saying okay, Dutch is watching now. So give myself the title. What do you have in mind for that? What were you thinking? Again, the Prawn Suit was formerly called the Exosuit in previous developments of this game. Previous versions. The Subnautica was released, quote-unquote, officially in January, I think it was, of 2018, but has been out there for a long time in early release, early kind of like alpha, beta kind of a version. Single-player survival game. Fun as I'll get out. I usually am not a stream watcher, but this game was fantastic when I was able to like tune in, watch players stream, and I just couldn't get enough of it. You know, a couple hours ago by I was watching people play this game, so it's a lot of fun to see. Oh, that good nickel ore. Yes, good nickel ore. I just need more of this stuff now, so let's get back out of the crap. Can't get jumped yet soon enough. Hope I don't fall back in. And the only thing I can think of right now to be able to pick up one and then pick up the individual pieces, or else you've got to get out and swim and get it, and the brine hurts, and it hurts badly. Arisa was my guinea pig earlier. She tried it. It was not good. We were like, she's like, but it's hurting me, and I'm like, keep drinking, keep pushing the kits, you know, the health kits. So she was eating the health kits. And I was like, you need you know, we managed to survive. Like, she was playing and I was like backseat driving, I guess. But now I know not to make a mistake because I've seen someone else make it. I know what happens. I think we're good. We got a lot of nickel and we got decent crystalline sulfur. I think enough to build the upgrades I want to build. By the way, look at this stuff. This is dead center, right, of this place. We're almost directly underneath my regular base. It's like right up there. Where did I put the... That's my river base. What the... Out. And lifebot 2, I don't really need that. That's where I need to go to leave. Oh, damn. How much crystalline sulfur do I have? We are going to come back here and do a thorough investigation of all of this stuff. Take a quick look at the map. Lost River map. Okay, so we are kind of... I went north. I went in the wrong direction. I actually needed to head due south from here. We'll come back and we'll give all of this a good look, but I just want to create the upgrades first. Oh, I might as well, while we're here, I might as well search this whole stinking place. So Darth Revan says, in a previous stream I made the comment, give yourself title of the Emperor on the count. Person said no. Oh, yes. Isn't such a person fun to mess with? Okay, so we're here, map-wise. This is the, I guess, the dang center of the place. Let us start here, I suppose. We'll go from here immediately due west. There's something I can check out there. I think we're actually in a safe place. These are herbivores, so... Let me get my Yieldy scanner out and we'll take a look at... this thing. This is going to be a really heavy stream, by the way. We're going to be doing some, apparently some real heavy reading. Alright, the skeleton of a million-year-old armored carnivore. Projections suggest this life form could have been larger than any living creature encountered on the planet. My goodness. The oceans at the time would have been very different to support life forms of this size, with more open geography and many more individuals in the Leviathan terrain. I'm glad that they are going extinct. I'm cool with that. Alright, so this stuff is only like waist deep on the prawn suit. Let's go. I need to go to the east. Go to the west. I need to go that way. walk through there? I guess I can't. I can jump down though. Let's see if I can slip by here. Get us to the south. So we're going to need to get in here. I don't have the way to do that, but we need to come back and get in here. Look at this place. Nickel ore just for the taking. That's great. What does it take to get in here? Orange tablet. Okay. I don't have any orange tablets. Or do I? Did I bring something in that I may have to come in here? No, no orange tablets. Okay, good to know. We need to bring one back.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
To get in here. I need to go west. I need to go up there. Oh, that was ended. We'll just hang around here. There we go. I'm like sitting here doing this. What's going on? Fury jump jets on top. Okay, interesting. So we have found... I'm basically climbing out. This is the entrance, and I've actually got it marked right there. Or do I? We're now at the bottom. And I don't want to fight a warper, so forget that. Take a look at the map again. Sneaks in, looks for food. Welcome, try to find food here. Oh, the carapace. I know where we are. Okay, so we're not in the dead center. We are... If you start with the blue areas on the bottom left there, and then you follow the green up, and you follow to the left instead of to the right, where it forks over there. That's where we are. So I basically need to follow this out to the east for a bit, and then down to the south, and that'll get me back out. Let me head in the direction of my base again. We definitely need to... So this thing is basically being looked at because look at it. There's a lot of lights on it and a lot of like electrodes extending from it that run in these wire kind of cable things up to that facility that we were just looking at. So we're going to come back here and definitely take a look at it. And it's good that we know where it is. Sure there's no food around. I suppose I could eat those little fish. The little things that I was fueling my base with. I'm gonna bring the poop down next time. We're gonna feed the base the poop, and it's gonna be great. I think. I gotta keep an eye out for that. I have my punching claw, not my drill arm. Keep an eye for the ghost, because it's still running around here. Punched it in the face. Yeah, you go. some stage here, I'm going to have to let's get down here. I hope nothing mean is waiting for me down here. Okay, so we have gold. So why are you playing the freaky music? Diamonds. And a brine waterfall, which is actually pretty cool. I think if we can stay low. It's attacking again. Titanium deposit down here. I don't know what this is. Is this a egg of some kind? Yeah, that ghost is giving me a hard time. Pick this up and let's go for cover. I'm going to, at some stage, going to have to repair. My base is up there. We're now on the opposite side of this thing. Ooh, I don't want to go down here. More nickel! Maybe I should drill this while we're here. I'd probably have the space for it. I'm deep under the brine, though. Deep under the brine, my good. Everything is biting on this thing. You wanna go? I kill it? Oh no, it's okay. Come on. Alright, there we go. Whew. Let's go equip the drill arm. Boy, this ghost is like on patrol. How am I ever going to get to scan this thing? Do I need to get in its mouth to scan it? I don't know. Oh, it's attacking something else. Alarm. Back in there. Woohoo! Right, at least I think I'm safe because I can't see what is about to descend on me from above. Where's the skull? That was a good little spot right here. Where was it? At the base? Found, yeah, here we go. We're gonna suck up as much nickel as we can. So we can't suck up any more nickel. Hello, Starhawk. Good to see you. So yeah, we're down here in the Lost River. It's not a nice place to be. Real soon, I'm going to have to repair this thing. Something is in here with me. Yeah. We're down to 67%. I'm gonna have to do a repair here soon. We're drilling for nickel and trying to salvage as much crystalline sulfur as we can. There's uses for that. Back on the submarine. How's coming down here with me again? I'm amazed those things can live in the brine, my word. This stuff is apparently so stinking corrosive. Okay. I don't need that. Nickel. I'm gonna get out of here with like so much nickel. No storage. Okay, we're done. Get back up to my base, assuming I can. Get a repair going. And then get back to the submarine, because apparently we have picked up as much as we can right here. Attacking something else. They make that sound no matter what they attack. Which can be pretty freaky. Oh. Wanted to get back in here and pick up some of this stuff like this. And let me not forget to repair, because that is, of course, the reason I'm stopping up here. I'd rather be bitten in the prawn suit than bitten not in the prawn suit, if that makes any sense. That's the idea here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, that thing is really... going to town. Alright, I think I found a node or two of crystalline sulfur. I want to pick these up if I can. Crevice, I'm not sure I want to get in. I don't think there's anything in it anyway. If I can find a safe spot, I would also like to scan this skull over here. Yeah, I'll see you. You want to go? I know you want to go. Suffer the punch. Everything is feeding off of everything. That is what is so fascinating. This, because I've been in there already. Can you get this, please? That'd be great. Thank you. More nickel down here. More nickel than I think I will probably ever need. So I don't want to really... I've probably already overdone it with the nickel. But crystalline sulfur, you never know if you need more of that. Yeah, punch you! I knew he was coming down on top of me too. Okay, I need a spot where I can basically try to dodge this guy. And scan this thing. Gargantuan fossil. Let's deal with a gargantuan fossil. We'll go, let's see. It's to be. You're attacking me? Okay, surely you can't be. Alright, let's see here. Gargantuan fossil. The fossilized remains of an extinct super predator. Its sheer size would have prohibited from entering such an enclosed space, suggesting the geography of the planet has shifted around it over time. True apex predator. Dated by approximately 3 million. Don't buy me twice. Jerk. Let's see here. I'm trying to read. Dated approximately 3 million years old. Ribcage measurements suggest the creature was eel-like in structure. Calculations suggest this is the only... the front third of the specimen. My goodness, it's huge. The remains now support a vibrant microcosm of life. This thing's not going to let me sit in this corner. I thought I was hiding from it, but apparently not. Note there's a series of precise angular indentations on the ribcage, suggesting a third party has taken samples from the specimen at a previous time. Obviously, the precursors, the alien race that's been basically holding this whole place hostage. Man, that guy is making this one difficult endeavor. And of course, look at that. Looks like the cave formation here is also pretty... Wait for a minute. Repair the damage. Talking about Kelvin. Yeah, 311 Kelvin Fahrenheit, really? What are you talking about with regard to temperature? I wonder if you can actually kill these by doing this. I really need to equip my drill arm. Alright, I think I may have enough to do some upgrades. Let's get out of here. We'll come back down here when we got some jump jets, some better maneuverability. Alright, we're back where we were hiding to begin with. Let me see. Let me look at the map. See if I can figure out how to get out of here. We are in the lower area. I need to head immediately due south and stay that way. That's what will get me out of here. Go straight due south. That's this direction. I put a base down here. That's all I care about. And I got out of here like looted the place. We scanned a couple of big things. I do know I need an orange tablet. I actually have one. So when we come down here the next time, we will be able to... We'll not only have some like better upgrades and a lot more maneuverability with this thing. We'll be looking at doing some pretty good research. I'm supposed to go due south, right? That's this direction. Yes, in the direction of my Grand Reef entrance. Getting that sub out of here is going to be an interesting problem. Like parking the car in the garage, right? You can do it forwards, but that means you have to back out. Which is going to be pretty challenging. I think I need to go up from here. I don't think there's any more predators. Need to go that direction. Yeah, this is already starting to look like the Grand Reef. And remember, there was that wretched warper giving me trouble last time we came up here. Good, we'll come at it from a different angle. Some energy, yeah, energy. Good. Hopefully that warper won't show up and give me some what for. Oh, he showed up. He's giving me what for. Where did he send me? Bad spot having to deal with that guy. Woohoo! Once you're in the Cyclops, he can't do anything, so we are good. Nickel ore, we got a bunch as well in the cargo holds. Guess I can eat the whole fish. I had a power storage locker here, so that's good that we're making a hole of that stuff. Good, we got out of here with some decent some decent stuff. Good place to save. I would be reminded of that by... I don't believe that the person who would do that, namely Pendrakos, is in chat right now. But he'd be saying, save! I'm going to. Wondering how that monster made growling noises. Which one? Starhawk? I think it's too cold for you. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. What, out of curiosity, in... Yes, we're talking Fahrenheit. We're talking the differences between... temperatures. Temperature measurements. Units of measurement of... Back out. I'm gonna see if I can back out and turn in this area. Do you think that's even remotely possible? Let's try it out. Which one is there? This is the end. Yes, as long as this gets... Okay, I think this can be done. It looks like we've got enough space to turn at least that direction. Either side. Do it. Make sure from this cam angle. Oh, maybe not. Done. Whoa. Okay. Like parking a bus, essentially. Oh my goodness, this is not healthy. Getting this thing out of here. Okay, so that's where we were there. Very close on that wall. If I can inch forward, give myself some room to move. Right. Go down here and see how close we're coming to this thing. Good. Okay. Look good down here from the top. I want to make sure this isn't going to cause me any issues, but I think we're doing it. It's like having a CDL, like a... How are we doing underneath? Okay, so now the trick is to find the exit, and then to get there, to get out of here safely. It's going to be half the drama. Hello, Warper? What? Yeah, I see that in front of me. That's not something I necessarily want to tangle with. Let's see how we're doing back here. I'm being warned. This whole thing is saying you are going to kill yourself. Okay. Back to camera angles. Okay.
Creature attack.
Yeah, excited. You can see that thing that just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think they do too much damage though. I just need to make sure that I'm staying relatively quiet. Back on me. Damage. Do I have any lights on?
Creature attack.
This that I have just activated,
Engine
we're gonna play dead for a minute. Well, my exterior lighting is off.
Creature attack.
Oh, I know, we're good. I don't think we're hurt though. I don't think they necessarily hurt. They could just cause a drama, and I don't want to. Yeah, see, so our health is full. We're fine. It's okay. You can take the odd hit from those things. It's just distracting. think I'm a good on every other angle, though. Good behind us. We're good. Let's move our position here.
Engine powering up.
It's just mad at us because we are. There we go. All right, so now we're in the cave. More worried about what's above us now. Okay, and also the direction that we're going, because that's the only way we can get out of here, is to follow it southward and to find an exit to the cave up there, probably. Let's make sure. Stuff. Probably not the smartest way to come through here, but it's getting it done. I just need to go upwards. I need to find a way to the south. And really what's knocking me around right now is these little fish kind of running everywhere. Tangle with a big old submarine. Warpers causing issues. Direction are we coming? South, that's good. You will notice that I am not using my headlights. Yeah, we're stuck on something. What's got it? Need to find an exit, and it's probably up that direction. How are we doing? Oh my goodness, are we stuck? Once we get out here, and I think this is probably exiting the cave right here. Well, that looks good. Oh no. Good over here. The odd dent, but that's okay. We're trying to move this thing through something that's not an easy place to go. Around us. Okay. Woohoo! I don't know how I got this thing in here, in all honesty. That's what she said. Okay. Fantastic. Now the trick is to avoid all the Leviathans going home. And the best way to do that is to head from here to the east. Let's switch to east. And toward the surface. And if we can go to the east and then up from there, we will be relatively free of Leviathan awfulness. I don't think they're here in this area. By the way, I have sonar now. It drains some serious power to use it though. Like it's 1% per ping. Which is the same in the sea moth, but the sea moth you can turn it off. This sonar you kinda click it. Ooh, we got a ghost out there. Got it. Not on my radar though. Yes, I know. We are 239 meters down. I'm gonna surface. When we come up, we should be looking kind of directly at the back end of the Aurora. Assuming I have my sense of direction is right. Yes, perfect. Okay. What this means is that we can probably head in the direction of the life pod here. Not too much though, because actually I'm wanting to go in that. Well, let's see. That's direction. So you'll see that the Lost River base is almost directly underneath my my regular base. Have a look. We're headed immediately due north. Swing this a little bit. Leviathans are my main issue right now. Like staying out of the Reapers and out of that. And apparently there's a few that hang out in this direction here. So what I'm trying to do is basically swing, go to my base here, but if I make the direct north, there's a Leviathan that lives out here somewhere. If I could swing around that direction, then I'm able to... at least my theory is I can avoid him.
The head standard.
Well enough. We're gonna go in that direction now. We're still over the Grand Reef though. There's still, whenever you see those, it's kind of like markers of that biome. And this is what I want to see coming up. So like Kelp Forest, as long as we're going through Kelp Forest, we're not going to see any... We'll get hit by fish, that's alright. We're not going to see any Leviathans. At least Reaper Leviathan. I turned this on because I want to go out there and take a look. I think I've been out there once, but that's the one that's really deep, and that's actually the exit, I think, to the whole Lost River region.
Fluid intake.
Okay, I'm thirsty. We're almost there. Nothing on our radar. I'm glad to see that. You think the no weapons thing is silly? You know what, Starhawk, you are... So basically, what I read about this game is that they actually did have weapons in the game, but then Sandy Hook happened. And then they decided to challenge themselves by making a game that didn't really need violence to be able to get done what you needed to get done. So they're heavily influenced by that. And that's okay. I think it makes this game uniquely challenging in a certain way. I actually think, in all honesty, it adds something to this game because you come to this planet, but you respect the planet. You do what you got to do to no, I didn't bench myself. Oh, so beach myself because I got no warnings. Usually it goes pings when you're getting warned. Right above. RT-2 down below. How are we doing over here? Everything good? Hello, mushrooms. Voila! How very cool is that? I'm actually learning to do this. I need to recharge some power cells.
Engine powering down.
Okay, so now we can use some lights. That'd be great. We will take our holes of uraninite, our hole of... my goodness, I'm dying of thirst. Go. Get out of here. Come back for that stuff. Ooh, I didn't mean to land right on my base. That's not good. I meant to go like that direction, but okay. If I can stand like right here. There.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I will. First I need to get this thing in the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Fluid intake. Speaking of,
Vital signs stabilizing.
I think it was actually a pretty good run. Alright, let us eat some potatoes. Chinese potatoes. Apparently my inventory is full. There's no... Oh, you know what? Because it's large. How about that's too big. They are too big. Let me go. I'm hungry. But I cannot eat because I do not have any room in my hands. I do not have a place to put nickel. That's going to be an interesting problem. I'm going to have to pick up titanium and make a spot. Oh, and I have to figure out where to do that. That's going to be an interesting issue here. Use my... Oh, did I put it up? Oh, here it is. We will make a cupboard for... We'll make 2 cupboards for this, actually. Probably have that much stuff. Nickel, right? EL. Right? I hope I got the spelling on that right. Great. Here. Probably need to make another nuclear rod. Because I have this place running on 1 rod at a time, and then once it depletes, it's gone. And I come back and I show up, and the place has got some in the power bank, in the capacitor, but it doesn't have necessarily What? Something was clipping. Potatoes. Double lantern fruit. Dinner and dessert right there. Perfect. Okay. I got a radio message while we were out there that I need to, this is my tools cabinet, go investigate. Let's go put the tools cabinet. Got a battery on me somehow. Okay, the battery, oh yeah, the battery I keep on me in case I run out of. Let's listen to this. They're mad that I'm there. I need to, for the next time we run out there, I need to have, I think it's here, my miscellaneous. This right here is what would have gotten me into that room. So I'm going to take that. I actually have a sample handle. I'm going to put that back on the prawn suit. Also need to put its drill arm back. No point in me running around with that, but I now have what I need to make some upgrades. So let's basically loot this place. Take all the stuff inside. I have enough crystalline sulfur. I mean, like some decent upgrades now. I am actually really excited. Let's put this on here because I'm gonna need that going back in there. I probably need like to put some health kits on there while I'm thinking about it. Makel? What are we? She's trying to get me to spell it wrong. Is that basically what's going on? I think that's what's going on. E-L. N-I-C-K-E-L. I'm pretty sure of it. Ooh, I need 2 more of these. We'll make one here. Sea sulfur. I guess is what it's gonna have to be. And then we had a diamond, somehow that I decided I was gonna keep with me. And of course, rubies, which I have enough of to where I probably don't really need to be bothering with that anymore. Health kits, that was something I wanted to do. I think I have health kits through here. This is a manufacturing here. Never have enough of those. I'm gonna probably put 2 or 3 in there because I found myself getting worked out a bit down there. Where did I keep the health kits? Food and water. No, they're not here. I have a health kits cabinet. I'll take a number of these down there. Put these on the prawn suit while it's in my mind now, or else I will not remember later. We'll go down there, and then I'm going to find myself having to be careful. That's great. I have these that I'm going to probably take with me. Well, you know, I think I've got enough. I don't think I need to build anything else onto that base. I wanted to take some extra things in case I needed to build anything extra in the base, but I don't think I'm going to have a need for that. It's going to do what it's going to do. When we go back, it's the scanner room is going to have an area this large, except that instead of doing this map, it's going to be underneath, and it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to find whatever resources I want. The whole point of having that base underneath there is essentially to give me intel on where all of the resources are when I want them. And I don't mind if it powers down in the meanwhile. Like, let it run out of juice, it'll power down, and that's okay. I'll take power with me when I go. We'll power it up. Kind of like a holiday home, right? You show up there, you turn on the water, turn on the lights. Use it for as long as you're there, turn them off on your way out. So that's the idea. At least. You spell humor without a U as well, yes. This is true. You know, Liberoja, once upon a time I used to use a U when I was in South Africa. Then I learned, you know what, everyone is correcting my spelling. I'm going to knock that off. And so I know I was spelling it right. All right, let's find out what upgrades I need. This is the fun part. This is why we did this. I think Seamoth upgrades. We've already gone to Mark 3 on the Seamoth. Exosuit upgrades. Okay, so module 2. The prawn suit needs kyanite in order to upgrade. I have Mark 1 on the prawn suit, so I can't upgrade the depth module. Let me look real quick at what I wanted to do. I have a list of what I wanted to do. So yes, we were able to explore the Lost River, do a little bit of that. We actually built a base that was not even on my list, but we got that done. Nickel, Crystalline Sulphur we picked up. So in order, the whole point of that was so that I could bring back, do the depth module in Mark 1. Okay, I don't even have a depth module on there at all. Jump jets, yes, those are going to be two really cool pieces for the prawn suit. Fire suppression system and depth module Mark 2 on the Cyclops. So let's look at the prawn suit first. Depth module Mark 1 and jump jets. Then we'll go out and play with them. First we need to find out what they need. We go dock the prawn suit first. Are we standing in a good spot for this? That's the question. Wrong button. Use your South African spellings. You learned the spell, yeah. Oh, property. Oh my! Oh yeah, no getting. Yeah, English to Maori. Prawn suit modules. Okay, so this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. 2 nickel, 3 crystalline sulfur, 5 titanium, which I don't know I have, and lithium. But I do have. Titanium isn't hard to pull together. 5 titanium. I apparently do have this. 5. 2 nickel, which is in here. Right. 2 nickel. How many crystalline was it? Like 3? Something like that? What else was it? That I can't remember. The Pendracos. Alright, let's see. And lithium. And then I wanted to make this too. 2 rubies, plasteel. That's gonna take a ton of. So we'll go make that happen here in a second. Lithium. Woo-hoo-hoo, I'm so excited about this. Jump jets are gonna be so much fun. Common module. We have enough stuff too. Okay, so jump jet upgrade. While I wasn't using the upgrades, essentially, I hate that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Like, you click it, but it clicks the wrong thing. Access the upgrades. Okay, so I've had storage modules, which basically increase the storage. Now I can pull them off and put some useful things on there. So this is gonna be great. Look at the force on that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That no time. Okay, so what was the second one that I wanted to build? It was a jump jet upgrade. We're gonna go out and play with this here in a second. And I wanted to do the, I've got all the arms that I need. Don't need any more. Don't care to make any more. This is what I need. Nickel 3, ruby 2, and a plasteel ingot. Okay. So nickel 3. We have so many rubies we don't know what to do with them. Cabinet rubies. Only 2 that we needed, right? And then plasteel is going to be a problem right now. Unless I happen to have... Okay, I've got titanium. No, maybe it's not. I think you can make plasteel with 1 titanium and 2 lithium, so we're good there. I'm glad I had that on hand. 2 lithium. Make our plasteel. And I think we have everything we need for the depth module Mark 1. So that allows me essentially now to go down to the inactive lava zone, where you can mine the kyanite, which gives you the depth modules to go all the way down like to hell, and basically finish the game. So depth module 1 is going to turn this prawn suit into a deep sea diving. Hold on, try not to. Really, I can't do this from here. It's lying to me. It says that I can access the panels, but I can't. You can only get in it and do this. Depth module. Now it's 1,300 meters for this thing. So we've got mobility and depth now that we have on that. That's fantastic. That makes me so happy to have that. All right, so let us talk about objectives. What else were we trying to accomplish? I brought back enough stuff apparently for the fire suppression system and the depth module Mark II for the Cyclops. Let's go find out what we need for that. Fire suppression. Depth module. Mark II. Jump in my new toy. Don't want to go play with it actually. We'll test it getting into the. Only downside now is that my storage is going to be a lot less. So some of these trips to mine resources are going to be a little less. But at this point, we're getting to the point in the game now where they aren't quite as big a deal as they were. I'm just gonna stand on my base for a while. It's like overly powerful. My goodness. Just left 3 nickel ore and bring it back here. Okay, so let's go this direction. I'm going to want to recharge these. Let me pull this while I'm here. Both. Everything else is at 100 up. I need to go recharge those. Okay, so oh yes, here. We made the depth module MK1 already, I believe. I believe I'm rocking an energy efficiency module. These things stack, by the way. I think it's like 30% per, or something like that, 15% per. I actually have one of those going. The Cyclops shield generator I have, the sonar upgrade I have. This is what we're trying to make it. Aerogel is going to be a little bit more complicated, but I think I can do that too. The 2 crystalline sulfur, 2 aerogel. Yeah, the 2, right? Crystalline sulfur and aerogel, 2 of them each. The crystalline sulfur is going to be the easy part. The aerogel is going to be the complicated part. To make aerogel, I need to come here. And use a gel sack and a ruby. Have rubies. We needed 2 of them, right? So 2 rubies. And gel sacks, fortunately, we have outside in our garden because I was to the point where I was sick of going to gather things. So I brought back everything that I could find so that I no longer had to do this. So let's grab 1, 2 from the garden / farm. While we're here, we'll put these on the charger. And we will... I think I need to go back up to the... Up to do... Oh no, I need to make the aerogel. Let's make the aerogel. 2 of them. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna be just great. Fire suppression system. So this is gonna give me another HUD option, so that when something is exploding on the sub and I'm getting attacked, it will give me the ability to basically put the fire out. Look how cool that is. Yes, yes. I need to look at the HUD. I like having extra capabilities, but this at least when something's burning back there, this will handle the issue. Where's the problem? Does it come up when I have an issue? I guess it comes up when these are my buttons. This is my cameras, of course. Silent running is when I'm really in trouble. I want to play dead and have like be moving but still have this chews up a lot of power. Creature decoys, which I can launch to make things. It's basically like a get everything to look the other direction. Activate sonar is like the constant ping, but it's 1% per hit. And then I was using this. This is kind of like a shield. When something starts hitting me, I can at least put a shield up. But everything is essentially defensive, so that's the idea. Having the fire suppression system, I don't know. Is that on the bridge here somewhere? Oh, here it is. Fantastic. Activate the Cyclops fire suppression system. Yes. Apparently, this locks all the doors for like 30 seconds. Sucks all the oxygen or something out of the place. It does something, and then kills all the fires. So, okay. Very, very cool. What else was I wanting to do? Depth module Mark II, which I think I can go... I can't do on the sub. I've got to go do that. Where? I think it has a depth module Mark III, which we have to go get kyanite for. That's the last resource in the game that I need to be able to create what I need to finish the game. So... We're making some great great headway. I think you make the Cyclops depth module Mark II here. Or do I? Cloth upgrades? Prawn suit upgrades? Here you go, Cyclops. Yeah, see there's a Mark III and I need kyanite for that. But you've got to be able to dig, like go down to the inactive lava zone. Where it's basically descending into hell to make that. So I'm probably going to make some plasteel before I go so that when I bring it back I can just make it pretty quick. But in the meanwhile, we're going to have to make some plasteel and 3 nickel ore. But plasteel ingot, I can make first with titanium, but got a titanium ingot to do that. Which means we're going to go do some metal hunting for a second. So let me go do that. Because I am running out of titanium. Metal salvage. Yes, find me metal salvage. See, it's already on it. So I am wearing the piece for this, right? Scanner room HUD chip. Okay. drink and eat before we go, because apparently this guy's always thirsty. More potatoes. Good. This is probably like the first night where I will end the stream having accomplished absolutely everything that I want to accomplish. That's rare for me. Usually there's something left over for the next stream. By the way, this is a new room in the base that we're going to work on. I thought it would be fun to have a security room. So I've got some things that are going to look like monitors. We'll put them around in here. And like with screenshots like for different areas from the base. So it's going to be pretty. I built a Seamoth Bay.
All systems online.
And it won't take me but a second to go get metal salvage. Another thing I need to do, and this is something that's kind of the long game, is build the launch platform for the rocket that's going to take me off the planet. I actually have the schematic for that. I may do that at the beginning of the next stream, is get that done, because after that then we just are hunting resources to build the rocket. And that is going to be great. Maybe I'll get enough metal salvage now to be able to actually... we'll have to see what I need to do to make that. And no Leviathans tonight, really? I mean, we had that ghost giving me a little bit of issues. But it wasn't anything we couldn't manage. I may actually take the Seamoth down there the next time we do this. Because we're going to be advancing the story. I just need to be able to move around quickly instead of moving around... mining things. We don't need to mine anything anymore right there. I think I've created all of the stuff that I need the nickel and crystalline sulphur to build. And I have spares to where I can basically accomplish whatever I need. So really, we're just going down there. Like, the next time I need the prawn suit is really when we're going to go deep. Like, to the inactive lava zone. We do need to make a return, though, and we'll do it next stream, to the Lost River. To get in that alien base for one, and to learn what all is going on with that. And then we need to, basically after that, then go, and I probably won't do that next stream. But by the end of the next stream, we'll know the whole entire Lost River really well. Okay, so Prawn Salvage, heck yeah. See, and if you want to know where the base that we built is, here's my regular base. And what is it, like 800 meters below us is the base that we built in the Lost River, so very cool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right, Lieb, have a great night. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out for as long as you were here. Turn this into some titanium, and we'll turn the titanium into plasteel, I believe, is the idea. Okay. See, look, our power's starting to run out because and so this is going to be priority number 1 because I'm going to be sucking this stuff dry in a hurry. I need to make a reactor rod real quick. I got enough sucking on my power right now. Or it depletes pretty quickly. Let's find out what we need to make a reactor rod. 3 uraninite, 1 lead, 1 titanium, 1 glass. Not hard to do. So here's our glass. Well, here's our glass. Uraninite I kept in here. It was 1 titanium, and what was the other one? I need 1 more. Lithium or something? Lead. 1 lead. Which I have here. You basically have to craft your power supply. Feed it to the nuclear reactor. And now the power starts to climb. So, another thing about the nuclear reactor is these things. These are depleted nuclear rods. Those things can only be disposed of here in a nuclear waste trash can. No other trash can gets rid of them. Right. So now I was trying to make less steel, right? Probably have enough titanium on me to make an ingot. Scroll up for your question. Okay. How high up was it? Oh, Scar, do you speak Afrikaans in South Africa? Yes, we do. That was the question, right? I wanted to make plasteel. A plasteel ingot, I think, is also 2 extra lithium, which I'm probably going to have to start gathering at some point. I want to deplete my lithium. Okay. And it was the Mark 1, right? Nickel? Or it was a Mark 2, because we are currently rocking the Mark 1. So plasteel 3 nickel and the Cyclops depth module Mark 1, which is of course on the wretched Cyclops. Let's go up there and get it real quick.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Good to hear. I'm currently charging your batteries. One of the ingredients is the Mark 1 depth module version, so I have to temporarily weaken this submarine in order to get it set to do something cooler. I'm so excited to upgrade my stuff. Like, the whole point of this game is to upgrade your stuff, and when you get to upgrade stuff, it just feels so good. So now the Cyclops will be able to enter the inactive lava zone, which means that we're nearing the end game now. Like, we are about as set as we can be. I really need to start taking. So there's a couple cool things that you get to do at endgame. One of them is leave a time capsule for the next person who plays through the game. So what happens is that actually it goes to the devs. It's a time capsule. It's a little thing. It's like you got 6 slots to leave whatever you want to leave behind. So you can put in it whatever you think is awesome that the next player would be a good gift for them, and you leave it with a message, and that goes to the devs. If they approve it, it ends up somewhere. I found a time capsule earlier, and it was food and water in it. So whoever made it didn't come up with something too cool. But 1,300 meters. That beautiful depth. But I've seen people leave some pretty stinking cool time capsules. So one of the things I want to do is think about what do I want to leave to the next player. I think that's going to be. So that's one thing. Another thing I want to do is get some really good screenshots of my base this time around. Because look at it. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. I experimented with the idea of having like a hatch for the Cyclops. This actually works, by the way. I can come in here and then take the ladder all the way down the hole. But anyway, so I want to take some pictures probably, and then it's their keepsakes for your journey through the game, which is really cool. The cool thing is you can actually take screenshots. Like if you look through my bedroom window here, that right there is actually a screenshot I took earlier in the game. It's like you put it in the picture frame. So Willow ran down to the Jelly Shroom Cave and took some great pictures and actually uses those, and it makes her whole base pink. It's really cool. Really cool. Good ideas. Here's my what does Hera say? Call them, or Willow? She calls them a squunk, because it's half squid, half skunk. Very cool. All right, so we upgraded. I think we've done everything I wanted to do tonight. That is pretty, excellent. It's rare for me to actually get everything accomplished. So Starhawk, if you are asking about Afrikaans, Afrikaans is not a first language to me. I'm an English. The whites in South Africa speak either English or Afrikaans, essentially. And then there are 9 different black tribes that each have their respective language, like the Zulu, whom everybody knows well. Xhosa is one of them, and there's numerous other ones in South Africa. So we have 11 of, I believe it was, last I counted, last I knew, 11 official languages in the country. Not everyone can speak everything. English is the language everyone kind of speaks to meet in the middle, essentially. So the cool thing is, being an English speaker, you don't really have to learn anything else. That, you know, obviously they want you to in school. I am pretty fluent understanding Afrikaans. I can't speak Afrikaans, except very slow and very, very terribly. But you can speak some serious Afrikaans to me, and I can understand every bit of it, because I was in a dual medium school for a while, and I was learning mathematics. I mean, like, you want to do algebra and you want to do geometry and physics in like German or something, Afrikaans. That's essentially what it was. But yeah. That was my education, so it was cool. I haven't had much of a need for Afrikaans at all, really, since being here in the United States, of course. Except that when I hear somebody speaking it, I'm like, "You're South African." That's always fun to run into somebody. And then it's on. Then it's a party. Everyone's enjoying each other's company, so good times. I've got storage modules that I have nowhere to use them. I guess they can go in my little cabinet here. Clean things up. I've got, need to put this upstairs. Let's see, rubies. We put this in here. Things clean a little bit. I can't access it through the 3rd level. Through the 2nd level, if you come from the galley to the terrarium. From the terrarium, either up to the bedroom or like to the aquarium room. But look, my bedroom is great. I just love my bedroom in this game. So, used to keep these in here. I have a lab now. I think this is a good place to put this. Huh? Yay. And I mean, it looks over the garden. It's pretty cool. My lab room. It goes to the Seamoth Bay. That's one of the things that's really cool. It's like the base building in this game. You could be as creative as you want to be. And I've tried to push it. I've push the experience, because like once you play through the game, when you play through it again, you're not as scared. You know what you're dealing with. It's a lot faster. You're not learning as you go. You're just going. So you're just plowing through it. The first time around, I have wanted to experience everything in all of its awful horror. I have not done any day-night like tricks. There's cheats all over the place. I have kept the music on. I have not turned off the music. So I'm experiencing this game as it was meant to be played all the way through. I haven't pushed anything. So, and it's been fun to accomplish all of these things. Like I've got my aquarium built, and you will see that I've collected some of the nastiest things in the game in here. All in egg form. You can actually, once they're in egg form, you can step in and they won't hurt you. Well, I could if I wanted to have a crab squid running around my base. And ambials. Crab squids. We were just dealing with these. They don't really hurt the Cyclops, but they make you think you're getting hurt. Crash fish, of course. These guys are great. All the nasty, horrible things that attack you, I've kind of been collecting. So, with the exception of the jelly rays, I have the jelly rays in here because I think they're just fun to have. So, yes, okay. So, I thought you were supposed to find the cure. Starhawk, that is right. So, what we're trying to do, we're trying to delve deep to discover two things. Number one, why is and the bacteria is called the Karar. Why is the Karar out there? Why is this planet in a quarantine? And how do I save myself from it? Once I save myself from it, I will be able to go in there and turn off the alien. It's the quarantine enforcement platform. I'm able to turn that. That's the gun that shot our ship down to right in the beginning of the story. Once I've got that done, then I can rocket out of here. So that is what we are trying to accomplish. If you're watching me stream it, that's not anything new. There's no spoilers because that's what we've learned so far going through the game. So, anyway, so it's going to be a blast. If you are downloading this, it's going to be cool. Like, one of the things is I've watched a lot of people stream this, and YouTube videos galore, and people have done breakdowns of like all kinds of cool things. It's really cool to learn from people that have done it, but it doesn't make it any less terrifying when you do it. So, I promise you, nothing is spoiled. Like, I started another game earlier tonight, and within a couple hours was already, like, almost ready to start my base. And, I wasn't ready to do that for, like, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 nights into it. So, definitely, once you touch it a second time around, it's not the same. You know what's going on this. Now, there is an Arctic expansion that is coming out for this as well, where they're going to come up with 2 Arctic regions. The character you're playing now, his name is Riley Robinson. It's a male. But apparently the returning protagonist is a female. And she comes to the planet, I don't know why, but it's more Arctic region stuff. And so there's some terrifying things that they're coming up with for the Arctic stuff. Anyway, so yeah, it's this whole journey has been a phenomenal journey. I can't, and you know what? Willow got into playing it, and it's fun. I'll just be sitting here on my computer, and next thing I know, she like screams and falls out of her chair, and it's because she got attacked out of nowhere by some Reaper Leviathan. And it scared her to death. It's a lot of fun. So, if you get into it, I will be glad to hear how your experience goes as well. Definitely, if you can figure out some way to share it, I would love to. I'd love to be able to follow along and see how you're doing it. It's a blast. All right, let me take one more quick look at my objectives. I think we are done with what I wanted to do tonight. I actually checked all of these off. That's mind-blowing. Explore the Lost River. That's one thing I wanted to do. Not as in-depth as I want to, but we have to go back, and we'll do that at the start of very next stream. Mining nickel, mining crystalline sulfur. We did both of those. I needed both of those ingredients for the upgrades for the Prawn Suit and the upgrades for the Cyclops, all 4 of which we accomplished tonight. So we are able to go to greater depths, and have a fire suppression system for when I get ganked, and of course the jump jets, which we haven't tried yet. So let's go ahead, give a quick shot to those. And then I shall call it a night. Assuming my prawn... Okay, the prawn is still on there. Put it on on the Cyclops. Here's my prawn suit.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Mobile base. On the top of the moon pool. Look how cool this is going to be. Okay, so we went all the way down here. If I want to get out of here, I only have to rise up. Wow, it's almost uncontrollable, like strong. Tell me that's not epic. Woohoo! It's actually pretty cool. It's like kind of like being Spider-Man. Yeah, I knew that those jump jets would be great. It is the upgrade that I have been needing. I mean, my goodness. How awesome is that? Yeah. That's a blast. Okay, so there was that. And then the last thing I wanted to do, this is kind of some extra stuff. I may do this next stream. Is find out, and I need to go to the surface for this. Let me switch here to the sea mod. What it takes to build the base of the rocket platform. I may, if there's any like materials I need to go gather, I'll go gather them, and we'll build it next at the start of the next stream.
All systems online.
But I think it was supposed to be directly above the base up here. A mobile vehicle builder. This is basically the utility I use to build the Seamoth, the Prawn Suit, and the Cyclops. And this is what I will use to build the Neptune rocket thing as well. So this is pretty easy to do. 2 titanium ingots, computer chip, and 4 lead. We'll do this the very first thing as the start of the next stream. So it's going to be cool. I can see it taking shape now. We'll build the platform for the Neptune. We will go down to the river again, Lost River, and we'll try to see if we can do everything we need to do in the Lost River. That will probably make that stream, and then the stream after that, we will go down to the Inactive Lava Zone. So it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. Good times. Okay, that's it for me for the night. Those of you who are hanging out with me, I appreciate that you have been here and have done that. Starhawk, of course. Good to have you in chat. Good to have Lieb in chat when she was here as well. Those of you who have been hanging out in silence, joining me in the Journey Commander route, thank you. Land Fusion, I'll see you guys back. Appreciate both of you. Arjar, of course. Slow Cool has been with me in silence. And, of course, Durera Reggie, who has not said a dang word in I don't know how many... You've been in lurker mode, my friend. You were one of my chatty people once, and now you are in lurker mode. But that's cool. Nothing wrong with it. Little late night streaming. Thank you again, Starhawk. Appreciate you helping me drive chat and keeping me interactive. That's half the fun as well as hanging out with friends. So, gonna call it again. If you are interested, catch me on the socials. You find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Sakari, and of course on Twitter, I am Sakari. Find me there. If you are a SWTOR player, Star Wars: The Old Republic, I will definitely follow you. I'm going to extend that out to Subnautica because I love this game. This game is a blast. So definitely, if you are, give me a follow and are a player of this and share stuff with this, I will definitely follow you back. So, gonna be great. Nothing wrong with you being late. I'm just glad you were here, Starhawk. Glad to have you here. You are making this journey kind of fun for me. Enjoyed sharing it. So, even in lurker mode, Arjar, yes, I know you are there. Like, you're one of those that you don't watch and then go to sleep. You tune in and stay there. So, appreciate both you guys. All right, have a great night. Have a great Saturday. I think Sunday is probably the next day I'm planning to stream, so no promises, but let me throw that out there and try see if, my best to meet that self-expectation. So we'll see what we can do. Have a great night, guys. Get good rest. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. See you Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central Time. Those of you who want to join me.